FlawlessTracks.net.
Hey guys, I'm back with some quick tips and another quick video on how to get an IT or tech job fast. Especially if you've been applying for jobs for a while and you haven't heard anything back. You've got your certifications, or even if you don't have your certifications, if you've just been having a hard time getting calls and emails back for jobs that you applied for, sometimes you might have to take a different approach with things when it comes to applying for jobs. Especially if you've been doing the same thing over and over again and you're still not getting results. Number one at the top of my list I would say that you can try would be like contracting or these staffing agencies. A lot of times these staffing or contracting type of agencies, a lot of these recruiters sometimes will be so desperate to fill a position, I guess for a financial incentive. They're so desperate, or these companies or recruiters, whatever you want to say, are so desperate to fill these positions that they desperately need people. Let's just put it that way. And so as long as you have, basic skills, to do these jobs, you have a real good chance. So especially if you've been applying directly to companies and you haven't been hearing anything back, definitely go their route and try these staffing and recruiting agencies out. Also to get on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I would say, is another good way. Since I've been on LinkedIn, I've really been serious on LinkedIn for the last year and a half or so. And one thing that's always happened, at least to me in my experience, has been recruiters. I've actually had recruiters from these different agencies or recruiters that just recruit for companies. Sometimes companies are just don't want to deal with recruiting, so they're actually contracted out to another company to do their recruiting for them. Since I've been on LinkedIn, I've had tons of companies hit me up and contact me regarding jobs. So definitely make sure you stay active on LinkedIn. Make sure you got a good profile picture, if possible, a professional looking picture. Not you taking keg shots or just partying, beer in your hand. Believe it or not, you will actually see some horrible LinkedIn profiles and pictures. Make sure you have a clean online image too. That could be another thing that's hindering a lot of people from getting contacted about jobs. So definitely make sure you clean up your online presence. So make sure your Facebook is clean, no controversial posts and pictures. Basically you want to have clean digital hygiene, if that makes sense. So get on LinkedIn, update your LinkedIn with the skills that you have, with your experience. Even if you think something is small, or something like certain experience don't count, put that on your LinkedIn, because you never know. Sometimes that little thing that you think that didn't count or don't count really does, and sometimes that'll go a long way with catching a recruiter's eye. So if you got some volunteering experience, whether if you started your own business and gain those skills, however which way you gain those skills, definitely make sure you update your resume, update your LinkedIn. Another good way that I noticed too, a lot of people don't want to deal with education or don't want to work in education, but definitely check these school districts out. So you might be able to check your local school district. Sometimes these districts are so desperate for, they have projects going on, especially in the summer or busy parts of the year, that they need bodies, they need people, tech people, IT people. So sometimes you can really get on with them. Sometimes it may be an intern position, maybe a temporary position. For example, the district I work at, we hired interns and we hired summertime workers to help us out in the IT department. And definitely try school districts. You might find some colleges that need help. Before I got in, started working in the education field, at least on the IT side, to be honest, I never did really want to work in education. I didn't think kids, working around kids was my thing. I just didn't want to deal with the education thing. But I'm glad I did because it opened a lot of doors, and it has given me more experience on a resume. So definitely step out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you might have to end up doing things you don't want to do, but it's definitely giving me some experience and exposing me to things I would have never been exposed to. And just another thing too, don't be too picky. Don't be desperate, but at the same time, don't be picky too when it comes to offers, because you may see a job and you may feel like, oh, well, I'm not gonna do that, or nah, I'm too good for that, or I'm just gonna wait for the best opportunity. And sometimes if you keep that mindset and don't want to step out of your comfort zone, you'll find yourself spending another couple of months, another year, or another couple of years not getting any results, not getting anything accomplished, and you still on the sideline trying to get in the game. So definitely step out of your comfort zone. So just to kind of sum it all up, the recruiting and staffing agencies are a good thing. LinkedIn is also good for finding jobs, and you can actually find the recruiters or the hiring managers themselves on LinkedIn and kind of bypass a lot of this applicant tracking system stuff that you encounter when you apply directly at a company's website. You can find the key people, key makers, or key decision makers, I should say. If you do a good Google search, whether if that's LinkedIn or however, just be polite. Don't bug them or anything like that, but just be polite. Let them know that you're interested in the job, that you're enthusiastic, and let them know. Make sure you make it easy for the recruiter. Recruiters and hiring managers don't have time to go through thousands of resumes. That's why they have these applicant tracking systems. But make sure you highlight your skills, because these people need to fill these roles fast, and they want to make sure they fill them fast, get the qualified people. So make sure you highlight what skills you have that the job description is requiring. So definitely be upfront. Who knows, you might be able to take them out for coffee or for lunch or whatever, offer to pay for it. Sometimes it's not about what experience or how much experience you have. A lot of success, whether if it's job wise, or a lot of success that you attain in this life, I realize it's perception, how people perceive you. Or sometimes, it's a situation where who you know. So definitely don't be afraid to network. Networking with people will take you a long way. You may be able to bypass, the bureaucracy that you encounter at a lot of these companies just by networking. It's a lot easier to get hired, when you know somebody. So definitely build those relationships up, because they go a long way. But those are the two top things I can think of. Still, like, if you have any kind of shelters around you where you can volunteer, like I said, definitely do that. But those are definitely the two good ways. Try some recruiting agencies. Try something different for a change. So that's all I have for now. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.